Welcome back to Cuba Libre. And they go into ineligible faction, and we are going into propaganda. Okay. After propaganda, escapade. Yeah. Okay. Propaganda. That gives me an opportunity to talk about propaganda. And during propaganda, what we do then is basically to check for victory, get cash or resources back. We can do some actions to help the support or the opposition. We redeploy, government will redeploy, have to withdraw from places and they don't have a base, and we reset the board and we go until the next propaganda card comes up. We'll do it again. So first, check for victory. Well, none of the factions are not close to the victory conditions. I mean, Directorio has to go all the way up here, government all the way up here, open casinos has to be 8 and money at 31. And the 26th of July has to go up to 16. Well, they are the closest, I guess. So, no victory. So that's the first step. We can move this marker. When you play the game a lot, you'll probably just remember it by looking at these, this track down here, where the keywords are, or you can look at this sheet, which is a little bit more extensive in their explanation, or you can check the rulebook. Rule 6, propaganda rounds, which I'm doing. So, already determined, no victory conditions, then we get earnings back. Okay. The first we'll do is we'll check every economic center to see if there are any guerrillas in there. Well, they have one here, but the Syndicate are sort of a nice guerrilla in the sense that they do not sabotage this center. If it were a Directorio or a 26th of July guerrilla in here, and that guerrilla and those guerrillas outnumber the police in the economic center, they will sabotage the center and preventing the government from getting the resources from that economic center. As it stands now, there are no guerrillas in the economic centers, and so the government will get 8 resources, 3, 6, 8 resources from the economic centers. Then they will get aid, and the aid marker is on 7, so that's 7 more resources. We're up to 16, which may seem a lot, but it's really not. Then we will look at the earnings for the insurgent factions. The 26th of July will get as much earnings as they have bases, and that is only 2, so they are up 2. Directorio will get the number of spaces where it has pieces, which are only 2. The Syndicate will get earnings from economic centers they are in, and there are no police there, so here they will get 3 resources from this economic center. 1, 2, 3. Notice that the government do not lose these 3 resources, so it's kind of an extra earning. And then the Syndicate will get earnings from their open casinos. They will get 2 resources per open casino. So in this case there are 3 open casinos on the board. That's 6 earnings to the Syndicate. They're up to 20. You see, they are already in the lead and on its way to 31. But now it's the skim. So there's a modification to now who gets the earnings. In any region that are not controlled by the Syndicate and has an open casino, that will be in Havana now, the government or the controlling faction, here's the government, will take the earnings from the Syndicate. So they will take 2 resources from the Syndicate. They will gain 2 and the Syndicate are losing 2. And that's the only place where another faction but the Syndicate are controlling it. So if it was neutral, Syndicate will get the earnings. Then we look at the cash deposit, and this is always a challenge when playing against the Syndicate bot. They will get a lot of cash out. What they will like to do with the cash is that they will try to place casinos. So in Habana, they will trade in this cash marker, and if you look at the cash marker, it says you can do a free limited operation if you have it in play, or you can get base / 6 resources from it. So you can choose, will you take a base or will you take 6 resources? They will take a base, or in their case, they'll take an open casino. And they will also do the same. No, that's the only place they can do it. Luckily, because the limit for open casinos has been reached in Pinar del Rio. Okay, so they're up to 4 open casinos now. Instead, in Pinar del Rio, they will take 6 resources and also 6 from this cash marker in the economic center. That is 12 resources more for the Syndicate. That's 30. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Okay. I as a government will also take 6 resources. Get some more cash. 18 plus 6 is 24. Now we look at the support from the US alliance. So the rules here are asking us to check the total support of the government. It actually has to be 19 in order to prevent the US alliance from degrading. So obviously Batista does not have enough support in the population of Cuba, so that the Senate in US are reluctant, and they're going from a firm support now to a reluctant support. And doing that, they also cut the aid by -10. The aid is already down to 7, so 7 minus 10 is 0. So next round and for the rest of the game, unless I can get the aid up again, government will not get money from the US. They have a support, for a reluctant support, but they're cutting all the aid, trying to hurt me economically, or me as the government at least. That's it for the support phase. We're going into the civic action. It's right here, civic action. And in this phase, the government may spend any number of resources to build up support in government-controlled cities or provinces where there are also troops and police. And I will do that. It costs 4 resources. It costs 4 resources, and I will spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will up the support in Havana, and that will increase my total support to 16. That is 4 resources well spent. I could do that I can do that in many places now. Actually, I won't, because it's tempting in Las Villas. I'll do that. I will spend another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get passive support in Las Villas because it has a population size of 2, and I will get up to 18. I'm very close to 19 now, but I need to keep that for an entire round, so I'll leave it with that. I think. Should I do another 4? It's very tempting. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will up it in Camagüey because it's fairly safe with a lot of police, and that gives me 1. So I am now actually in winning condition, but I mean that has to last until the next propaganda card, and then I win against myself. Now the 26th of July gets to do the same, but in provinces they control, and they only control Sierra Mastra, and that province is already at active opposition, so they can't do anything. Then the directorial has a chance to do a free rally action in one space where in one space with neither active support nor active opposition, and it cannot be controlled by any other faction than the electoral. So nobody else can control it, so it can be a neutral province. So they can actually do it. They can do a free rally there, or in Matanas. They can also do a free rally action in Camagüey or in Oriente. And they will always free rally so as to place as many bases as possible, but they cannot place a base because there's no space where they have 3 guerrillas. Then they will do it per priority on the AI sheet. And I think that's the most appropriate way of doing it, at least. And it's the AI sheet say that it will place a guerrilla where they have a base already. So they will kind of secure this area here, so they will free rally here. Okay, that's fine. And now we go into the redeployment phase. And in this phase, the government needs to redeploy their forces. They need to retreat from any areas they are in where they do not have a base or is a city. But you can see that on this board they are all with bases or in cities, so they don't have to withdraw. I can also, or the government can also, move police to any economic center or government controlled spaces. So that's nice. I will just try to move in here, and I will move in here just to prevent skimming or sabotage. And I'm also moving into this. I'm moving into all economic centers. And I can also move troops, shift troops between my bases or cities. But I think I'm good with that. I'm sticking with that as it is. Okay, and then we reset. So we have redeployment. Now we reset. All factions are eligible. We take away all the terror action, the terror markers. All active guerrillas are going underground. All casinos open. All are open and in business. And we're ready for the next round. Join me next time as we play through Cuba Libre.